Welcome back, everybody. Let's play Spider-Man, the movie, the video game. Alright, so, no time to talk. This mission just sucks a lot. So, basically, other Goblin, evil Goblin, has set up lots of bombs. We have bombs to dismantle. Normally, you'd be Spider-Man and webbing up these bombs, but we can't do that here. Because you don't have web. Oh my god! Yeah, welcome to superhero difficulty! This is why this sucks. So I don't know how much I'm going to cut out. See, this is a lie, because I'm the Goblin and don't have webbing. And your razor bats won't do anything. You just run up to the bombs and punch. But, see, the thing is, I'm being fast is one thing, but the important thing here is actually not getting hurt. Because these things hurt like crazy. And you're generally guaranteed to be dead if you accidentally touch a spotlight, because that will spawn even more mechs that, as you saw, can kill you ridiculously quickly. This whole thing is kind of like a big big worry about not overheating your glider too. You don't always need to be using your turbo, but the big thing to want for is actually evading. And moving up and down doesn't actually help you evade the lasers at all either. But let's get the health here. Well, to evade, you need to move left and right. But time is an issue. Just not as much of an issue as health is. Whoa. And now we're on the last part. But it's still a really sucky part. And yes! Okay, so I have died after dismantling that last bomb. And I hate it so much. I actually had that happen 3 times before I completed this level the first time. I dismantled the last bomb, and I regained control of myself, but I died afterwards anyways. I somehow got this done on my second try, so I can't complain. But I should say, since we're only 3 minutes into the video so far, not even that, that this episode's probably going to be a little bit short, because I'm going to start moving on to a 2 level per episode format. Which, unfortunately, is going to make some episodes shorter because some levels will be shorter. But it's basically just so I know what I need to practice before I start recording. So I just know I have to practice 6 levels each week before I start recording, instead of just doing however much I can in like 2 hours, and then moving on to recording it and accidentally finding out that I didn't practice enough levels. Anyways, so this took me at least half an hour to get through it the first time. It took me less than 1/10 of that this time, but I guess I can't complain. This one is actually another short level, which makes me really sad because it feels like I'm going to be giving you guys like a 10-minute video today, which would make me feel really crappy. But we'll see how things work out, I guess. So, we're in a, like, wildlife exhibit, something like that, for some reason.
Someone's been busy.
And, hey, it happens to be rigged with a lot of stuff. Oh, by the way, you can double jump in this game. I always forget about it, but you can. I'm not really sure. It's not terribly useful, but... Anyways, there are traps everywhere.
If I don't get to Craven soon, I'm in serious trouble.
And, like Harry just said, this place belongs to Craven. Wonderful. This place is only, I'm not sure this is only an Xbox version or not, though, no, that's nice. I know that Vulture is only in the Xbox version. Shakesy happy for having Xbox
someone's
version.
gonna need a timeout when I catch him.
By the way, why, it's not explained at all, of course, why Harry wants anything to do with Vulture. Oh, cool, there's poison here. Whoa. And Craven also is quick sharpshooter. Whoa. But we'll still shoot you even if you're behind a pillar, just kind of dumb. So, do be careful during those portions.
Perhaps I can warm up with you. Come find me if you want the antidote.
These parts aren't exactly graceful. And the thing is, you can't zip around like you would if you were Spidey. Right here. So this is just like lots of jumping over things and whatnot. Those things you see on the ceiling aren't actually of any concern to me, because I'm the Goblin. But they prevent you from climbing over things as Spider-Man. Also, for some reason, I'm flammable. I'm not going to question that, I guess. Ow. Going a little bit too close to the wall. Generally, you just don't want to move at all. God, bloody sharpshooter. I was kind of rushing there because that poison acts really quickly in those hallways. Yeah, but I got caught up on the wall. But oh well. This place is kind of fun. I think it's a little bit more fun as Spider-Man. I don't like the sniping sections at all because I think just the way they're constructed is kind of cheap. Because a lot of the time, if you don't know exactly what you're doing already,
Just my luck. I'm facing the Rube Goldberg of supervillains.
Kraven will get a free shot off on you. Unless you just happen to be standing exactly at the right place that you knew you had to be standing in before you even started. Also, the poison is only there in certain places.
If I don't get
It's
to
kind of weird.
Craven soon, I'm in serious trouble.
I don't know why I would be in trouble if I didn't get to Kraven, but whatever. It'd be nice to actually have an explanation for that. I wish you kind of tried to tie in certain things more into Harry's story. Pick up that health there, might as well. You're gonna be short some health by this one anyways. From, whoa. From the gas, so.
Perhaps I can warm up with you. Come find
Ow.
me if you want the antidote.
And sometimes what'll happen is this, where you get hit by like 4 different things in a row. That's really the only... God. That's really the only way you're really going to die, I think. Oh, and I suffocated. I've never actually managed to have that happen. But, usually if you're gonna die from the traps, what ends up happening is a lot of them hit you in a row. Because one knocks you into another. This really isn't that bad of a level. I'm just kind of rushing things, which I shouldn't be, considering I don't want this level, don't want this episode to be over so soon. I would like this to at least be a 15-minute episode, but I don't want to actually like artificially pad this episode either by sucking at this level.
Someone's been busy.
So, I don't know. The vast majority of the traps are very, very clearly visible though. Really the only trap that isn't clearly visible are the little,
If I don't get to Craven soon,
Darn it.
I'm in serious trouble.
these little things that jump at you from around the corner. But you grow to expect them anyways around every corner, so it's not really a point of concern. Anyways, just don't move at all when you first go through that door. I like to run so much.
Perhaps I can warm up with you. Come find
God,
me if you want the antidote.
I need to stop trying to jump there. Anyways, like I said, this goes for all the sniping sections. This place is really short and repetitive. Just don't. Man, I wish I could double jump like at the peak of my jump instead of having to commit to the double jump immediately. But from the very beginning, just as soon as you go out, don't. From the very beginning,
Your
don't
reliance
move,
on
and usually be at least close to being behind a pillar.
Show some courage.
In the first case, you'll actually be exactly behind a pillar. And yeah, you can do some weird stuff like staying on top of some of these blades. Traps are kind of weird. It's actually a lot easier to not get hit by them than you'd think. Like the way I just got hit by that log. All the time, what'll happen is you'll hit it exactly like I just did, and it won't hurt you.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, come on, don't you dare. Don't you! I I kind of got hit by a log while I was on the ground, I guess. Well, I guess this level might... I keep mixing up episode and level. I guess this episode might end up being 15 minutes at least. I'm hoping you guys are at least vaguely amused.
Gas. Some kind of trap.
You know, why wouldn't the,
Just my luck. I'm facing the Rube Goldberg of supervillains.
well, you're facing a lot of supervillains, to be quite frank. But, kind of makes me wonder why Green Goblin's suit wouldn't have a lot of certain... Why don't I just run around the other way? Wow. Wouldn't have a lot... Screw you too, game. Okay, now this is just me being stupid. As if it wasn't already, but it's me being stupid more so than before.
Okay, someone's gonna need a timeout when I catch him.
What's in these exhibits? I'm kind of curious. Well, nothing in this case. Good luck sniping that.
Perhaps I can warm up with you. Come find me if you want.
Oh, hi,
to
you're here. Yeah, so there's not exactly much grace to avoiding these traps as a Green Goblin. Because you can't climb around and all that fancy zipping stuff and whatnot. You would think that the suit would have certain protective qualities, like maybe filtering gas, but at least. Like maybe filtering gas, but at least not being flammable.
Your reliance on technological
I get that it's a
gadgets
gameplay thing, but
is
still,
not
it always
friendly.
looks kind of
Courage.
weird to me, seeing this big metal suit on fire. Oh, screw you too! Leave me alone! Leave Harry alone! Oh god, I don't even know where these things are coming from anymore. This didn't actually take me this many tries
You're
last
almost
time.
there.
It was kind of awkward.
Let's get this over.
I mean, normally you take fewer tries later time around, not more. Trap into trap into trap. I guess this really is the Rube Goldberg machine. When Harry initially described it that way, I kind of thought that was a BS way of putting it, since these things aren't really going into one another, but holy crap. Ow. I was going to die of the poison anyways, so I just trying to make a run for it. But I would use every available surface if any surfaces were available other than the ground. And yes, swinging is a bad idea, but zipping is a very good way of approaching things. It can get you through some very tough situations in this level, and speed things up quite a bit too. But as Harry, you do not have such superhuman traits.
Just my luck. I'm facing the Rube Goldberg of supervillains.
Just have the ever so fun glider. So has your own 2 feet. Which in this particular case is actually quite a
If I don't get
humble
to Craven
combination.
soon, I'm in serious trouble.
And of course you have your turbo run, but I prefer to save that for the sniping sections. Usually what I like to do is, once the poison kicks in, or just so I'm really close to the end, I guess. I thought the poison kicked in at some point during that sniping section, maybe it did. But, ow. I like to start using my turbo run once I get to the point in those in which you have to worry about push upwards. Once you start having to worry about the poison. Sometimes you can kind of sidestep those logs, sometimes you can't. It seems kind of inconsistent. Corner traps. It's really easy to get impatient here, largely because there's poison gas half the time you have to worry about. And there is gas like to worry about. It takes off quite a bit of health too, quite quickly. It's not like the gas at the very beginning of the level where it would take like 30 seconds to kill you. At the very most. At the very least. Harry? It looks like I got impaled for a minute there. Could you, like, just get hit by a trap once? That'd be much appreciated. I said once, Harry.
You're almost there. Let's get it over.
What would there be? You know, I guess I should have just been using... Oh, stop that, Harry! I was behind the pillar. You saw that. Look out for the traps, Craven has said. Yeah, I've noticed. But yeah, I guess I should just be flying on the glider through those sections instead of wasting my, run.
Gas! It's some kind of trap.
Plus, it seems you
Someone's
better to use a
been
glider
busy.
too. So you do have those certain advantages over Spidey here, but ultimately I think it's actually a bit easier and more fun to be using Spider-Man in this level as opposed to
If I don't
Harry.
get to Craven soon, I'm in serious trouble.
Well, screw you too, game. Can't get in the bloody door.
Perhaps I can warm up.
And then I just kind of get knocked on the head by a flaming log.
If you want the entity.
And without a care in the world. I swear, this gas is the biggest of pains. And part of this is I'm rushing it, but you kind of get forced into rushing things because of the gas. What? Okay, so I got hit by the back end of the blade. I guess I could have timed that better. This is still the point where I should be cutting things out. The one thing that makes me not want to cut things out is so that this would actually still be a full-length episode, even though it would be a completely filler-filled episode anyways. Although I'm kind of getting miffed by the fact that I got through this on like my third try.
Gas!
First time I tried it.
Some kind of trap.
And now that is not happening.
Someone's been busy.
I didn't actually feel that hard either. So that feels like I'm failing something that isn't actually that difficult.
If I don't get to Craven soon, I'm in serious
Why
trouble.
would I be? What connection do I have to Craven? I can at least try to explain that away, or at least like some big plot about Harry trying to like learn stuff about his father through various supervillains such as Craven or Vulture. The Shocker didn't seem to be a case of trying to find out information. It seemed to be more of a case of finding a guy that was like terrorizing innocents, and then he did something about the person terrorizing innocents. That's how it started off, at least. He saw that people were in trouble, so he said, oh hey, I can do something for myself with these people that are in trouble. Leave me alone. Screw you too! Hitting me through walls, it looks like. And nothing clearly hit me there. I don't know what my problem is with those electric bits. I just can't bring myself to not get hit by them. I just have a wish to like be close to them or something of the sort, for some reason, of which I'm unaware.
Your reliance on technological
Yeah, let's just kind of
non-manly.
walk through there.
Show some courage.
Oh, thank you. At least they threw me into something nice for once. There are a lot more safe spots than you might realize. And, screw you. Really? You might, initially realize in these areas, these trap areas, where you can just, whoops, should have seen that, where you can just stand without, care in the world. The thing is, if you try to stand in these areas, generally speaking, you'll be facing issues involving the, poison. Hey, exit. No. See, that last bit there is always pure luck for me. Last time I went through here, and the exact same thing happened. I managed to not get shot just because I happened to be in front of the pillar when I panicked and ran. You start nowhere near that pillar. You don't really have time to... Oh, okay, let's go. I didn't realize the poison was actually intermittent. But, yeah, there's no way of getting it perfect on here. At least not as a goblin. Actually, wait. I guess... there's literally no way to complete this part without taking damage. I guess it means not being shot or hitting the traps. Still, that's kind of rough. But a lot easier as Spider-Man. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Spider-Man, the movie, the video game. Next episode, we're going to have, well, some fun with Craven, to say the least. And I don't quite remember what happens next, to be honest. Well, that's mystery to both of us then, I guess. So, we shall see what that is. See you then, guys.